how much I just wanted to come in here and preach about how God calmed this storm and He showed up for them. But in preparation, I couldn't help but seeing the fact that they didn't understand and their hearts were hardened because of unbelief. And further studies showed that it continued. And brethren, that's a good admonishment for us this morning to remember. Because every time something arises in our lives through dark waters or troubled waters, we have the tendency to come to the same place of unbelief. But again, trusting God and remembering that everything that God has done, I don't know what God has done for you today. I don't know what He's done in the previous days of your life, but going back to remembering the first day that God called you. And there was people who perhaps thought there's no hope in that person. They're never going to be saved. They're never going to come to God. But here we are today, sitting by the grace of God. And even just remembering that, if nothing else, that alone is enough, brethren, to say God would see something in me to call me. God would see something within me to strum the strings of my heart and to woo me closer to Him by His Spirit. Who am I? And we have to, like Peter, say, depart from me, God. I'm a sinner. I'm not worthy of you, God. I'm not worthy to be sitting here. I'm not even worthy to be singing to you. But yet God receives our praises. And He receives every hand that's lifted up. And moreover, every heart that's raised up to the Lord. That's what God wants. And God's saying, do not fear. I am. I spoke this world into existence. I called the trees to be. I called all this universe to move the way that it is. How much more easy is it to handle your life in my hand? And we have to simply just put our hands, our lives in the power of God and say, God, this is how I trust you. Because in reality, we're like a grain of salt in the palms of the hand of God. But saying, Lord, I belong to you. Do with me as you please, God, because you know what's right.